Just a quick question. You can shout or you can be like school, it's up to you. But what's your favorite Filipino dish?
Ooh, it's hard.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. Sisinga. Oh, I've never had that. I've not tried that one. Say that. Oh, adobo. Are we talking pork or chicken? Oh, I've never had a mix, you know. Oh, my one's kare. You know what I mean? Come on, with a bit of that shrimp paste. You know, that's me. But if you're talking breakfast, it's tap and tocino. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're gonna have. Today's gonna be flavors upon flavors of the Philly edition. But we're gonna start it off with an open mic. And then, he's already warmed up the stage, so I don't need to warm it up. We'll just get to it. You're all ready. Let me not delay you. I'll do one later. But to begin the evening, calling up to the stage, I saw him in 2021. That's the first time we spoke, and I saw his pieces. It's quite great. Aman to the stage. Come on.
So here's a happy piece. All of my other poems are very depressing, so here's a change. It's called The Phoenix and the Tree. My body is my kingdom, black. Nature left its intention to heal my infliction for nourishment and protection. Blades of grass littered across my skin, rainforests and savannas above ground protecting. Delicate estuaries where interconnected secret lakes and seas meet, deep underground providing. Canyons and anthills sculpted, crevices that bend light around, twin volcanoes that erupt, never without warning. Focus, attention, straight, bend. The sunshine bountiful in my right eye, the moonshine beautiful in my left. Heavenly bodies equal in gaze, eclipses whenever I focus, attention, straight, bend. Whisper your secrets into the cracks of an oak tree and let it travel through its roots, meeting my whispers in transmission where I share with you my truths. Let it find you, let it be kind to you, and let it guide you. Let my poems soothe the insides of your cheeks as you read these words I wrote for you. In the darkness of daylight, where water tastes like wine and wine like the winter winds, the same winds I learned to read your name from. The way it shook my lips and parted my tongue, then sucked the air from out my lungs. And as the zephyr played, my vocal reeds like a harp, and with this forceless breath sharp, I sang, Carpe tuum vitam, omnia pro mori. Seize your life, for there is everything to die for. So on holy days, violins play in mind, waves slice through frosty air, graceful notes down grapevines. Paint a picture, memories of a forgotten face, a forgotten landscape, a forgotten song, plays in tune with the gaps in between a heavily strummed guitar. Short notes, longing vibrations, consult with the beatings of my heart. If I could find this feathered samara seed of a maple leaf, then this memory would be born again, like a phoenix from its ashes, or this maple tree from its seed. Then, all I hear is, all the walls are waterfalls and all the floor is lava. The yin and yang, so beautiful, where they meet the sampanava. The concept of rebirth, the definition of samsara, the cyclicality of life, matter, and existence, and the end goal of nirvana. Confused, I sat under a cypress and listened as they talked. I found myself curious as they did not pick at the origins of it all. The chantful omes they spoke in explained exactly what I heard. That I too can grow outwardly within, practically unstirred. A balance is all I need, see. When the rainforest engulfs the sea and the paradox of a coral reef, they spoke of their enlightenment and how it comes with ease. The realization exhilarating, no longer was I stumped. In one swift motion, like a river dance brigade, my grassy hairs goosebumped. Thank you.
The next person I want to invite, background story. So if you don't know, besides Window to the Spirits, Meta also does so many things. He's got so many slashes. So coming up to this event, there's a particular episode that recently came out, building up to this event, and I've been enjoying the Filipino edition of the Metaphorest. And one thing I didn't know was that Jade and Meta didn't know each other if it wasn't because this person is coming up to the stage. So with that being said, come on, Shahafi.
So this is a new poem that I've written, something different. I was just like playing around with words, and I was like, let me just see what comes out. So, new shit. So it's called Peace of Mind. Spending life in comparison with the rest of the world, wanting to be better than the other. What a disease, creating dis-ease where we're meant to find peace. Whilst we lose ourselves in competition, dumbfounded by results, needing a dopamine hit for your hard work, now you're left in a place only where the dumb are found. Creating atmospheres that are hurting our natural environment, feel the heat stroke killing us all. When we realize our bodies find themselves in a heat stroke, comparing yourself to those with a dull mind, now you're left with a narration only fit to leave you dull-minded. Let's speak, let's talk, let's discuss the ways of the world, how things go, but I'm left finding people who only spent time in reading rumours, hearing that they did cuss. Where they thought we'd find peace and fairness in politics, but we're left with fake agendas, fake displays, celebrating polite icks. If you find yourself finding joy in what others think of you, your values will turn into a catastrophe where you cast trophies made of stone, not fit for a throne, for the ever-expanding soul within you that... If you find yourself finding joy in what others think of you, your values will totally turn into a catastrophe where you cast trophies made of stone, not fit for a throne, for the ever-expanding soul within you that needs to see its own beauty to shine and feel the miracles of God. To be truth be told, for a while I lost faith in God and miracles, but he let himself be known by sending us all his divine angels and messengers who help show us that God is the truth to be told. I used to wander the streets screaming death is more real than God, so why fight it, why hide from it, why believe in a being we can't see, but boy, I was wrong. Left feeling disarranged, unhooked, crazy, being suspicious of the beings wandering in suits, but I had to learn not everyone with money is evil, so think twice before you disarrange. Rover, I want to go to Dover, climb to its peak and scream till I feel this pain go over. My head, I'm not dead, I want to live to eat bread, not alone, share with others so we don't lose to our beds. Fuck feeling weak, we got power, this is our hour, every second we devour. Now I live to see these days through with God by my side, and I no longer believe he's fake for me. He is very true. I won't believe in the lies that only make me sigh. My Tai Chi sensei told me we don't know what's true, what's fake, and I love him for that because he's right. There's many narrations and beliefs that speak of a higher being. So pick out your choice of how you want to believe, what gives you peace of mind, but don't spit in a different way than all these beliefs that are trying to pave a way for peace. This poem is a peace of mind. Don't worry, I'm not here to preach. There's something I do for me. Believe what you need to, but just have faith and believe you are worthy.
So I'm very lazy, right? So I just found out that Shahafi is completely off the radar, right? Congrats.
Thank
So
you.
would you do the honors of introducing the next person to the stage?
All right, so my amazing baby boo, who I have the pleasure of living my life with, his name is Rashid. On Instagram, his name is Shahafi's hubby, and today he's going to do a piece for us.
Hello everyone. So, I'm Shahafi's hubby.
Yeah, you are.
So the poem is about the relation with God. First of all, I will read it in Urdu, and then I will translate it in English. कभी नुसरत नहीं मिलती दरे मौला से गंदों को कभी ज़ाये नहीं करता वो अपने नेक बंदों को वही उसके मुकर्रब हैं जो अपना आप खोते हैं नहीं रहे उसकी आली बारगाह तक खुद पसंदों को यही तदबीर है प्यारो के मांगो उससे कुर्बत को उसी के हाथ को ढूंढो जलाओ सब कमंदों को कभी नुसरत नहीं मिलती दरे मौला से गंदों को So the translation is, the evil ones never obtain help from God's door. He never lets his pious ones go to the waste. Only they are close to him who lost their own selves. The selfish ones have no access to his high court. This is the only way, my dear, that you ask him for nearness. Just seek his hand and burn all other means. Thank you.
Soon we're gonna have our first headliner, and I'll warm up. I'll warm up for the headliner. So I'll give you a little piece. This is my this is kind of my go-to for like introducing myself. Just at hands. If you know me, just raise your hand. Yeah. Okay. So there's a few people that don't know me. Well, for those that don't know me, are you gonna know? So this piece is titled Ndiniani. If I translate it from Shona, it means who am I? Hence, you're gonna get to know me. Ndiniani, who am I to you? I have no clue. What shall I do to penetrate through the barrier of our stereotype? They try, but playing FM radio doesn't make us fam. They ain't gang. They cannot passively diffuse through the membrane of the past just because the IQ of our Insta shares the same meme page doesn't put us in the same class. Their names are pronounced with ease. Our names are remixed to bleed and please, instilling ignition so they can stand tall. Blood! Don't make me go old school. Blood! Don't make me go old school. Blood! Don't make me go old school as I pull up my socks and stand up tall. Shandisa Ziterangu, for example, is rather simple, just 3 syllables. Ta, pi, wa. Can I call you tap water instead? Nah, you cannot. You cannot decapitate the meaning of my name, gift from God. This is a direct message, not a personal message. In the PM, my DMs are active depending on my mood. Life's interlude helps me choose as to whose minds I'd like to fudge. Cautiously opening the curtains for those who care to see how being coitus has wounded us for years. Yes, of course I feel post-coital tristesse. The interference wave appears destructive, never constructive. Wait, do they think knowing a lyric or two would make us resonate? Yeah. It may rise a spark, but this world is dark. Conversations only going so far, so I tell them, take a seat and sip this tea. This ain't a boy, and I ain't got temper, but when I park, you better get in my car, hop in the back seat. Not time to bust bands and freestyle, just a simple K followed by a dot. They can get their hopes up, but that doesn't make us closer. Don't wanna see man shooting the stars. Watching you washing what we stand for is torture. This ain't a joy ride. It's a journey in which people die. Do not disrupt the zen of my pen. I'm trying to keep it alive and not compromise the feeling we love. They're trying to keep it deprived and only co-sign what radio does. Bish! Don't kill my vibe. I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things will never be the same. You see, their antenna may match the frequency, but that doesn't make it okay. It's easy to press play. But you need to listen to what you say and what has been said. You see, when the sun sets, it's not a reset. Darkness will eventually be illuminated by the red horizon. So arise your eyes, cutting ties, trying to channel the AM won't tell you who I am. Who am I? Ndiniani. That's a question I ask myself every day. Kusrikandafa. Thank you. Appreciate that. Background story, I actually thought if I didn't watch the podcast, which you all need to watch on the Metaphorest, the Filipino edition of podcast, I wouldn't have known that Meta and man like Teddy were not friends and they just met like that. Like, it's actually crazy. Their chemistry is ridiculous. They do an event called Poetry and Shubs, and it's just shubs. 5th of August. Come on, Finsbury Park. Let's get it partying. You know, near Arsenal, so there's going to be a lot of bangers in that. But coming onto the stage, as this is a Philly edition, he represents, pardon my French, Angono from Rizzo. One and only Teddy the Protector!
I'm Teddy the Protector. Yeah, you are. My government name is Edward. Tags on tags, British Filipino, the list can go on. The more we hang, the more you know. Eddie rhymes with Teddy, and I'm a loyal, short, stocky human being. Work for the NHS to prolong the life of the best, but not the greatest, but the greatest. Despite their years, I got to hang out with them and learn a thing or two. Follow the footsteps of my ancestral culture. Born on the island as the UK, still an islander at heart, PH. So here I am to set the scene. Depending on the mood, I can be hot as fire or as cool as ice. But this aura right here is to prepare you what's to come. These spoken word artists are gifted with mind and pen. So this is for your thoughtgasm heaven. Come on, Kababayan, my neighbor. Sit back and enjoy the ride. So guys, That's one simple poem. I got another few coming up, and it's the first time I've headlined, so. I'm nervous and I'm excited, but I'm loving the energy. I want to hear you say, what? Woo! Alright, this one's called Ranking Up. I'm pulling rank, and you're coming with me. Things around here need to get beefed up. Yes, it'll creep on you if you don't stick with a plan. Therefore, getting yourself chiefed up. Because we all know you can be a G star, but don't forget about the A stars. Keep both feet in you balance, book and street smart. Academics was once for the classics, but not everyone's worthy. Don't think so old school, just like the Jurassics. So, my friend, pick up your tools, mental and physical. And you'll see what will break down. We will break down boundaries. The saying, the strong will survive, the weak will die. But here's something dark. Death has no timeline. But saying so, it can creep on you at any time. So here's a question. But why can't we all be victorious? It's already a win, born in the lottery of life. So whether you have an impairment, the strong band and why can't the strong band up and pair up? Essentially, we're all glued up. No matter your tribe, forget about the monies for a second. We all know the essential currency in life is the digits of hands on your clock or watch. So watch your circle. If greed kicks in, greed can be so subtle, it will sneak on you if you're not careful. So know and be sure of your circle. To the point when or if your head starts spinning, your closest circle can get you out of the circle. Nike, swoosh, victory, we're all teamed up. Who remembers the song Diamonds? Yeah. Shine bright like a diamond. Come on. Alright, so I woke up one morning, like 3 in the morning, and I was like, oh, this just clicked. And it was in my dream, so I had to write it down. Oh, come on. So this is called Diamonds. I hope you like it. Quality over quantity. Don't be that cat that got killed by curiosity. Just close your eyes and listen. Let both lobes, known as the dome, glisten. Clarity and willpower is what we all devour. Yes, it's innate, so I'm here right now to nudge this power. Wake up. I said, wake up. Get those neurons firing. Open your third eye, evaluate and investigate. With all this information, sorting it out with a mental equation. This, my friend, is dedication. Get polished and be clear, and too much of it can turn your focus and become hocus pocus. Keep yourself barefoot. Feel that electricity. Super Saiyan Kakarot energy, and be grounded. Forget about the clout. Remember to wake up or forget about what you're about. It is true what they think of this day and age. We post a few on social, Facebook and IG, more than 2, and we are perfect. So much likes, head and shoulders, we are worth it. The equation makes us believe we are in an equilibrium, worth it. Remember, this is the matrix. This is life. It will make tricks. Back to the essence of this lesson.
Say that again.
It is true that we think in this day and age we post a few on socials, Facebook and IG, more than 2, and we are perfect. So much so likes, head and shoulders, we are worth it. The equation makes us believe we are in an equilibrium, worth it. Remember, this is the matrix, that this is life, it will make tricks. Back to the essence of this lesson is that we are not perfect. You, my friend, are tough, but most importantly are rough. Rough around the edges, that no social media post shows this. I get it. Cliche and may be seen. The saying, live life with wisdom. So my friend, here's some wisdom. Smooth criminal yourself with a step forward, but importantly, dirty Diana yourself back with 2 or more moonwalks back. An attack when you're down and out. Last round, last few TikToks, you need to struggle and get up on your feet and stand. With your last breath, you remember you're a diamond in the rough, getting refined. So the end goal, we don't rewind and get the RE, not religion, out of our system. You are now fined, not taxed. Get it? From refined to find. You are now found. This is the realization of your foundation. In the last round of this current world, a fair beat down. Once we all realize that we're unique and find out that we do shine strong, the current heavy world which produces more and more young, empty thoughts and emptiness of dark depression. You remember that this is life's fight will be lifted by the great power of who you are. Not good old Riri singing, shine bright like a diamond. But Teddy's saying, you're the king and queen diamond that's strong within the skin that reflects bouncing of each other like no other. We are diamonds, stronger than ever, no matter the British weather. Now be Riri, shine bright like a diamond. Guys, I didn't know headlining is this hard, man. Jeez. I need that water.
More to come, man. More to come.
Just stay hydrated in this thing.
All right. This is my last poem. There's a backstory to it.
Let's go.
I need to be hydrated for this one. Because I'm going to start crying. So, I suffered from mental health a long time ago. Cut a long story short, coming back, getting better. My best friend, T-Bone, was like, I need you to write me a best man speech. So I was his best man. And then I was known as that guy that could talk forever, do presentations and interviews without a sweat. I was that confident guy, but coming out of mental health, everything changed. And so, hello, come in. And yeah, so it was his like his way of saying, to come back to getting better, could you do me a best man speech? Done the speech, and it was terrible. I was stuttering, I was shivering, and I couldn't like get myself under control. Anyway, fast forward, went to Manchester, because we're flying places. International superstar. The trip going back home, I wrote a poem called Best Man Speech Part 2. It has a track from Letter to Crept, and I hope you like it. If I could do my best man speech again, I wouldn't know where to begin. Talk about the first time we became friends, or talk about the first time we were drunk in Charleston's house and I said, brother, I love you. You always believed in black and yellow, but you know I'm proud of being your little brother, but hate being called yellow. Sometimes you know how to piss me off. You know, blood clot, I'm an islander just like you. Despite being different shades of skin, I know you're a bit darker than me, but you showed me the light again. Especially when I lost my mind, 2015, they thought he was mental, this is the end. But Gigi and you went to visit me in Eastbourne and Mount End. Mental health was so scary, you were there for me. Highgate was so little bit closer to you, but at least you were there from the beginning. You knew I weren't a crack cold fiend, and I'm just high in life. This time it was different, I lost sight of life. You had faith in me, my blood results were right. You never ever doubted me, especially in Eastbourne. Ricardo and you kept it in. When I fell asleep on your lap, we are so close that you would bust a bladder so I can get some Z's again. You lose an organ so I can sleep again. My other cousin April explained to NASA and I that my mental health was due to ancestral generational sin, but we all knew where it manifested. Sometimes I think the silver lining of having mental health was a blessing. T-bone homie, where do I begin? I had no brothers and I had no sisters, but you went in. Secondary school memories of us died with a random summer knock on the door. You presented me with a gift on a plate, Grenadian cookies. Now that was a sin. This time, this best man speech will be in a song, not just for us, but for other blood brothers to actually appreciate you're my homie from day. Even when I was goddamn broke and nothing to show for, you still came to every one of my ACS tooting shows, literally repping my name on your back. So this is my time, my karma, to give it all back. You gave me the chance to recover, but I weren't ready. But you still had faith in me. Even though you knew I weren't right, you gave me a chance to tread on small stones to build my confidence back. Here's an example. Blood, I'm nervous, I'm scared. You know I ain't 100%. Bruv, it's your big day, you know you're about to get wet. At the end of that speech, despite that weren't me, but it was me, shaking and stuttering. Minutes later, speech complete. I looked for feedback and you said that mine was still the best. I just came out of rehab. Ed Diesel no more, looking like a stuttering fat fool called Teddy, from 6-pack to 1 keg. Laughing out loud, I couldn't even bend down to tie my shoes when you were just about to get married and wed. But you told me to lift my feet up, pit in your knee, and you said, I'll tie it up again. That's homies for life. Now looking back at it, I can finally say I can breathe again. You gave me responsibility before that ring was put on that beautiful African woman, Gigi, and your daughter, Asia, and your sons, Tyrell and Marcel, will never be blood, but so thicker than water that they can cool me down. So when you're at work and not around, homie, your spirit is carried through various vessels that I know my mental health will stay intact. Blood, guess what? I think I know how to breathe again. Blood, guess what? I think I know how to breathe again.
We're gonna start off with open mic again, and coming up to the stage, I've never seen this person perform, but Meta has done his due diligence and has been searching for other philo poets on the scene. And with that being said, Pokemon thing, man, he's capturing them all. Man like Ash. Introducing to the stage, Sean.
I build stories for a living in tech, but I've never been able to eloquently express myself as a woman up until recently when I've started to understand my body, what I want, but at the same time, like what my values are and what my boundaries are. So, my poems are about that. I can't stop thinking about you. Walking by the Thames, I take each step heavy with images of us. Kissing, caressing, teasing, debating, pushing buttons, pulling clothes, and taking off each other. We are stripped stark naked in the abyss of my imagination. It's actually ironic because my poem eventually leads to a climax that would lead to having a baby. Pushing buttons, pulling clothes, and taking off each other. We are stripped stark naked in the abyss of my imagination. I
look up to the sky and I can see your face, your mouth, those libidinous lips. Pulpy, squishy, mushy. I just want to chew it, taste it, lick it, devour it till I'm full. But I'm never full. I'm ravenous, I'm famished.
I can find him,
I close my eyes and I can feel the prominence of your chest delicately rubbing down, then pinching your nipples. Vivifying, intensifying the urge to collide, tracing the crevices of your abs, my palms electrified by the firmness of your skin. Sipping my coffee, I can hear your voice, deep, melodic, crooning me with lyrics of lust, of desire, inspired words that fly smoothly from your thighs. Those strong, tree-like thighs, they beat like the drums from the Amazonian jungles. Those strong, tree-like thighs, they beat like the drums from the Amazonian jungles. Biting my tongue, I can taste your teeth like breakfast. I can make out flavors of blueberry, strawberry, honey, tangy. I crave for more. Nibbling. I crave for more. Biting your neck, your biceps, nibbling your ears, patches on your Adonis belt. I anticipate your quivers, your longing. They're right here. In solitude, under the sun, I can feel you fill me. Gored, impaled, transfixed by the perfectness of our shape. I'm a vase and you are my flowers. I'm a plate and you are my meal. I'm an ocean and you are life.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad. I didn't think we were going to get sensual tonight. I mean, yeah, good thing you gave headphones to the little one. Wow. Yeah, that left me speechless. I'm still processing that, man. Now that makes sense. 100%. You made the host. I'm a poet. I've got no words to say. Like, why you did this to me? So we're gonna go to our next open mic artist. I don't think after this you've all got your huggies on, right? You've all put your nappies on because that was too much for us. Calling to the stage, this guy has, I think, just phenomenal energy. Like, every time I see him, he's always smiling, he's always uplifting. Give it up for Duncan the Sage!
So I got a new poem what I do. So it's like, new shit. Let me ask you a question. Who likes anime? Alright. Ain't you not seen the anime called Bleach? Yeah. You got me, it's good, right? So this is a new poem that I made that I've been going through a lot of changes in my life. In positive changes, all positive. Good vibes. And it's called A New Mask, New Mask, Rebirth, Welcome. So it goes something like this. Like my favorite anime, Bleach, I too been confined to hollows within me. Not realizing there's been a side of me who is always in there while I'm alone. The whole time I've been blind by society, telling me what or who I should be, not realizing I got a gift inside me. My people, it's about time we wake up and realize the ability to change the world. I refuse to let anyone or anything hold me down. The thing is, I always been able to do a lot of things. The problem was, I never believed in myself. I thought I was imperfect because my family, friends, and society were their thoughts of me. I cared too much what people thought of me instead of focusing on what mattered. Too busy seeking validation when I should have been practicing self-worth. No, I'm the king of my thoughts and dreams and motivation. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but it's okay. I know of my dreams, and I will accept the fact. I accept the fact I'm friends with the monster inside me, and I'd rather be honest than lie daily. Yes. Brothers and sisters, you don't need permission, no matter what. Keep your head up. You are a queen of your destiny, and you deserve peace, love, and happiness. Yes. As long as I'm alive, I will not let anyone As long as I'm alive, I will never let anyone hold me down. Yes. I'll be the light of hope, shine through any pain. I'll make sure no one ever feels self-doubt. We all got greatness inside of us. We believe in ourselves. As I glaze a new mask, realizing my new power and responsibility with me, knowing my surroundings have given me the freedom to be anything I want to be. Remember this, people. You have control of your destiny. Remember that. Thank you.
I'm stuck in a bit of a dilemma, so I'm gonna need the audience's support on this one. Do we want one more open mic, or do we want to just go straight to one of the headliners? Oh, any other votes? Headliner it is. Headliner it is. You might not wasting time, so cool. So I've actually never seen this headliner perform, and that's bad. Like, my bad. I'm really sorry. You know what I'm saying? Meta, don't be telling me I'm not watching your shows. On YouTube, if you have not seen her, you can see some of work. Subscribe on themetaphorest on YouTube. I've got my performances on there as well. But now, weighing in at, I don't know how many pounds, in the neutral corner, all the way from Das Marinas, Swvrthy, it's Mita San Jose.
I brought a different kind of hydration to the stage. Okay. Hi guys. Thank you. Very short. I'm Micah. First of all, thank you so much for Meta for having us here. Just having like the Filipino vibes, the cultural vibes. I love it. Thank you so much for having me. Okay. So I'm gonna start off. Let me start off with a poem. So I feel like I wrote this poem for today because it was about growing up Filipino in the UK, and I feel like all of us here are like, I can see a lot of people of colour, so I feel like a lot of people will relate being in the UK, coming from a different country. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go. Oh, let me just get the nerves out. Heads or tails? Flip the coin. Heads or tails? Heads, she's 7, skin rich with sun and Tagalog heavy on her tongue. Heads, she's 7, leaving her motherland behind while still so young. Heads, she's 7. Being Filipino wasn't always a privilege for me. In fact, being Filipino was like a dirty secret I tried to hide from everybody. As if the shape of my eyes wouldn't give it away. As if the land of my mother wasn't obvious in my skin. As if acting like I was white would make me less of a prey and more like they. As if using my stepdad's last name would make it okay and would make them accept me. This soil I landed on, this country I found myself in, I so badly wanted it to accept me. Tails, she's 8. Navigating school, her culture hidden in hate. Tails, she's 8, so constantly aware of everything she ate. Ma, ayaw ko nakainin yung pagkain natin. Let's go. Tails, she's 8. Navigating school, her culture hidden in hate. Tails, she's 8. So constantly aware of everything she ate. Ma, ayaw ko nakainin yung pagkain natin. Ma, I don't want to eat our food anymore. Tails, she's 8. I remember so vividly being in primary school and going on a school trip. My mom packed me corned beef torta sandwiches, and if you're Filipino, then you would know that corned beef fried as an omelette with potatoes and onions is a Filipino delicacy. But on that school trip, everyone took in the smell and looked around questionably, questioning, oh, what's that? I secretly threw my food in the bin, and since then it occurred to me that to survive here is to hide that Filipino part of me. Heads, she's 10. Crushing on a boy she was obsessed with back then. Heads, she's 10. He told her, I prefer white girls. And it occurred to her again that she will never be like them. Heads, she's 10. I idolized blonde hair and light skin, wanting to be accepted in a culture I would never belong in. I'd walk with my mom on the street, and the racial slurs thrown at us aren't even discreet. Ching, chong, ching, konnichiwa, go back to where you came from, are all lyrics from the song they would sing. Reminding us we didn't belong here. Reminding us Sampaguitas couldn't grow on English soil. Reminding us that being here was a privilege, not a right. The battle between preserving my heritage and belonging has always been my life's hardest fight. Heads, she's 15. Figuring out what being Filipino here actually means. Tails, she's 15. Been here so long, British culture becoming routine. The line between being Filipino and British became blurry. Flipping a coin in every situation and wondering which side I fell on became my biggest worry. It was a tug of war between the motherland that birthed me and the English soul that raised me. I was too British, too white to be Filipino, but still too foreign and different to fully belong here though. Tagalog began to feel awkward. My lips always tripping on grammar. My heart wanting to say things my tongue didn't have the words for. I found suddenly that the fight between me and my culture was becoming a different type of war. And I seemed to always be losing. Losing my roots the same way a plant loses leaves when it's not watered. The same way we lose memory. Vivid, bright colors turning into ghosts that trail behind me. Like a dream you try to recall once you've awakened, only to find what you once had has already faded. Tails, she's 20. Apparently being a short Asian thing and being bilingual was now trendy. Tails, she's 20. Apparently being a short Asian thing and being bilingual was now trendy. I was always asked how I tanned so quickly, and after coming back from a holiday, a white friend put her arm next to mine and said she was the same color as me. But what she didn't understand was that didn't mean we had the same privileges. And the fact that she was white didn't change if she was coming out of winter or just been on a flight. She will never understand that belonging as a person of color here is a battle she will never have to fight. You know, I always found it odd that I felt so uncomfortable being the only person of color in a room when I've been here all my life. Still felt so small, so inferior. Can't talk shit about white people to my white friend just in case that worries her. It's something in our friendship that was always a huge barrier, because how do you translate a lifetime of trauma to someone who doesn't speak its language and expect them to carry it? Heads, she's 23. After all this time, I think what I owe my younger self the most is an apology. Heads, she's 23. After all this time, I think what I owe my younger self the most is an apology. A sorry for not loving her. are sorry for all the beauty in her history that I failed to see. But now it's something that's so crystal clear to me. Back then, I told everyone it was Micah Anderson because San Jose sounded too different. Like having a white last name would make much difference. But now I claim my roots in the Philippines as some of the best parts of me. I correct people who ask if I'm Chinese because I'm Filipino, and that's what I'm proud to be. So when they ask me to flip a coin, I'll tell them on both sides. A rose and a sampaguita equally joined. And when I return to the motherland this year, I'm going to remind myself of the beauty in this upbringing I've had, the strength in carrying the weight of two cultures on my back. And I'm going to remind myself to show the younger me the kind of woman she becomes, and I really hope it's the kind of woman she'll be proud to be. That piece was like, it's a long time coming, That was sweating. I think, yeah, that piece was a long time coming, and I think this space that Meta's provided for us Filipinos, like with the podcast, with today, like it's just like having the food here, seeing so many Filipinos in the same room, like it warms my heart, honestly. Thank you so much, Meta. But we're gonna switch up the energies a little bit, because that was a bit, that was a bit like warm and soft. I'm gonna follow on from Chen's energy. Let's go. I think you guys might have heard this on the podcast. I performed it loads, but you're gonna hear it again. Okay, cool. Okay, I haven't performed it in a while, so let's see if I remember it. Make your fingers dance for me, I said. And his fingers twirled, glided. I'm ready, come on! Done. Okay. I mean, that's good timing. Also, my mum liked that. You know, when I posted it on my story, my mum liked it, and I was like, oh my God. We haven't talked about that yet. Cool. Let's go. Okay. You got this. Cool. Make your fingers dance for me, I said. And his fingers twirled, glided, and moved across the landscape, falling and tripping on flowers, the honey dripping. Lips meet lips, and thoughts of anything but of the moment slowly slipping. A space where colours dance, where pieces fall into their place and 1,000 words are spoken with a single glance. Honey in his eyes, milk in between my thighs. The colour red has a new meaning inside the way we rise. Climbing up a staircase of heartbeats and breaths until the edges of the world become a blur. Hands meeting hands, and in those moments forgetting everything we ever were, so come. Show me where to... This feels illegal! This feels illegal, I don't know. I thought you said the kids were gone. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Oh, he's got headphones on, so it's all right. Yeah. Climbing up a staircase of heartbeats and breaths until the edges of the world become a blur. Hands meeting hands, and in those moments forgetting everything we ever were, so come. Show me where to take my seat, and I'll show you all the ways you can make this flower bloom and repeat. Fire within my core, softness in his touch, water in his sign. Baby, let me teach you how to make rain pour. Fire within my core, softness in his touch, Water in his sign. Baby, let me teach you how to make rain pour. A slight shower. Or if you want an absolute downpour, a trail of kisses planted tenderly on flower beds. All the softest spots discovered without a map. Everything he dreams of can be found in between these legs as layers and layers of what makes us unfold and unwrap. Smoke on his lips, grips on my hips. The energy in this room, more spiritual and psychedelic than any of your trips. Rolling on his highs, stars in our skies. The convo flowing between two, you see words are just souls in disguise. And this space right here, the one we hold, is where ego dies and soft energies rise. I'm hot and bothered. I know, it's getting hot. No, Teddy's right though, headlining is hard work. I'm sweating, I'm hot. Dumb. Okay. Are you okay? Is that time for one more? Yeah? Okay. One more. We're gonna bring the energy back a little bit. Away from the sexual shit. Away from the sexual shit for now. Until Jade brings it back. Okay. We're gonna go with another wholesome one to finish off. So my mom is, I said this on the podcast too, my mom is the one thing in this world that keeps me very tied to my culture, probably the only thing in this world that keeps me tied to being Filipino. And I wrote this poem about her, and every time I talk about what my culture means to me, what it means to be Filipino, she will always come up in the conversation because she's the key bridge between me and keeping my culture. So this one's from Mumsy. This one's called Heavy Hearts. Someone once told me that heavy hearts make heavy weights out of people. But weights break muscles apart before they can be reformed, and in the process of getting stronger, some things have to be destroyed. Because even the biggest and the toughest of things have had to have crumbled before they were transformed. My mama has broken many times, like pretty blue and white Chinese dinnerware, slipping from a tight grip and shattering into broken bits. But she picked up all of the pieces and she made a mosaic out of it. She lived in a broken home and made the castles of royals rise from it like poetry. She took pain and molded it into something beautiful like poetry. She makes struggle sound like a beautiful melody. Someone once told me that heavy hearts make heavy weights out of people. But how heavy is the heaviest burden that a heart can carry? You see, even fruit from a tree falls when the branch isn't strong enough. My mama has carried the burden of trauma from her marriage alongside the heaviness of the pain she took from her own lineage. She spent years putting aside the life she wanted, bottling up the shooting stars she made her wishes on and saving them for a version of this life she has yet to live. To her, sacrifice was spelled Love. And to me, making a life where her struggles don't exist is the goal I am always working to achieve. She taught me that you don't need violence to be a fighter. And when the world knocks you down to your knees, you just gotta keep your heart open a little wider. Shine brighter, hug tighter, be strong just like her. She's the last remaining pieces of my childhood and my culture. The bridge between the motherland that birthed me and the English soul that raised me. My mama exists in every Filipino dish that I cook. Her essence so sweetening, her love poured into the food just like seasoning. And when I say food is the way into my heart, I say that because for my mama, food is always where love starts. Her thick accent, and tendency to pronounce words wrong signifies the beauty of the land we came from, and as long as I've got her, nothing will ever keep me and my culture apart. I could stand here and speak of her until every last cell in my body has turned into words and bleed out onto the page as poetry. But I'm just going to finish with this. Ma, ang beauty mo talaga mahirap hindi makita. Gusto ko lang sabihin, mahal na mahal kita. Your beauty is something that's really hard to not see. I just wanted to say, and I love you from me.
So we I'm just saying yes in French. But we need a break after this. And yes, we do need a break. So let's take a 15-minute break to get our hormonal levels back to normal. Get some whatever you want to do. You know, those that are now thirsty, get some water. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then yeah. So yeah, this is the last third of the evening. So yeah, man, it's been a journey. I think when I leave here today, I should get like a Philly tattoo, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that too. I'm not as thirsty though, so I'm okay for now. It's different a couple of minutes. It was different a couple of minutes. It was different. I had my juice. I'm charged up now. I'm ready to go. So yeah, to finish the evening, we're gonna go open mic. Second from last headliner, and then the stage is open for anyone who wants to spit in the bars in the cypher. We've got incredible DJs. They're gonna drop some beats. You just hop on, say what you wanna say, hop in and hop out. No, you know what I mean? Gets ting, you know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, the first open micer. This is purely peer pressure. Peer pressure. She is phenomenal. Give it up for Dialectic Dee!
I didn't actually know I was going to be performing today. I've been put on the spot. So here we are. Yeah, big up Meta. This event is lit. I think it's so important that we get exposed to different cultures. And big up Jade for inviting me. He actually, he's going to be headlining today as well, and he actually came to support me yesterday at a show. So, it's a real honor to be here. So I'm going to, in a very funny way, do a poem called Short Woman. Because, Swvrthy was taking the mic out of the mic stand and that, so we're going to have to remove the mic stand for now. Okay. So I'm going to take the mic out of the stand. Thank you. So this is actually my introduction poem whenever I do a set. And hope you enjoy. Short woman steps up on stage, takes mic off stand, puts stand to one side, takes full ownership over the power that is in her hands, commands attention, refuses to start her poem until she could hear a pin drop in the room, until there is complete silence. The roar from her diaphragm shocks the audience. They wonder how a voice so big came from someone so small. Yes, sir. They wonder if she is a lion disguised as a human. She's small but she's Tarawa, they say. Guess the best things come in micro packages. Guess the best things come in micro packages. Short woman may be pocket-sized
She questions why her image is more important to her audience than what she has to say or offer. But Shook Woman never came to play. She's here to show the world that this is her stage. So now it's time for everyone who doubted her to watch in awe as Shook Woman reclaims her space. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like a gatecrasher. But I don't care. I'm an islander too. I was born in the UK of Maltese parents. At the age of 10, my dad got homesick. We went back to live on the island of Malta. I now live in Belgium, so that makes me a European citizen of the world, basically, yeah. So I'm also probably the oldest guy to come up to speak today, so. Yeah, 58, so yeah. And my first poem, a kid I used to coach, who's no longer a kid, decided that he was having a hard time, so he started to run. And now he does runs for charity. And he ran across the island of Sicily, which is 300 and some, it's about 8.5 marathons, which he did in 2.5 days, yeah. So, yeah, and I wrote a poem called Marathons, which has absolutely nothing to do with running. But anyway, so there we go. That's the introduction. So, marathons. All marathons have a start and a finish. But they're not all going to the same place or moving at the same pace. The in-betweens are a different space. Fighting through this rat race with no time to retrace the steps in this chase, we're all running to different graves, leaving shadows of different shades. But some of us carry baggage in a gilt suitcase through open doorways, while others face delays along muddy pathways, tripping over a torn shoelace. However, when our time is up, we'll all end with the same face, decayed and sunken, hollow eyes like ashtrays, and all that remains is the legacy of our ways. Some will have swept away the weak, making them castaways, or even worse, turning them into slaves, while others will have picked up the strays, supported the displaced, offered comfort and a smile on Mondays through to Sundays, making every day a better day, not a bitter day. And doing so willingly, not seeking praise or repays, but simply because they have the grace to embrace the fact that this race is an event to celebrate, to share and to elevate. And when their race ends, they will cross the line and not hesitate. For they will meet it with harmony and without debate. They will not look back with regrets, have nothing to demonstrate, no reason to remonstrate. For they ran their life with grace, and now is their time to have peaceful rest in some other place. I'm going to do a second one. It's a short one, because, poetry, when I tell my friends that I've started writing poetry at the age of 53, I did write when I was younger, but then I stopped for 30 years. I took a short pause. And they say, what, poetry? So you write love poems and stuff. And I hadn't written a love poem at the time, so I thought, well, yeah, I do write love poems too, and I have now. So this is a love poem. The title is Lost in Your Spaghetti.
That sounds deep. Saucy.
Not really. Have you ever been lost in your spaghetti, tracing the noodly paths that swirl and crisscross the tomato sauce sea? I have. Have you ever been lost in your spaghetti, tracing the noodly paths that swirl and crisscross the tomato sauce sea? I have. I've also watched in fascination as the pasta wires slithered and danced as they were captured on the 4 prongs of a twisting fork. I watched them wriggle in fear as the fork pulled them away from their safe haven and brought them closer to their end. I have been transfixed as they passed through your lips and slowly disappeared until that final moment that ended with a quiet swoosh of satisfaction. And then they were gone. All that was left was a tiny drop of sauce on your lower lip that I so wanted to kiss away. Have you ever been lost in your spaghetti? I have.
I was not expecting that. I don't know if I can eat pasta with Amanda ever again. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Without further ado, we're going to be bringing one of our Filipino headliners. So, interesting story about this particular person. So, first time I met her was when I think that's the first time she ever performed. Literally. And it was mad, because I remember just thinking that was such an intimate piece that I would never perform that. And I really, really wanted to give you flowers because that was so deep. And the journey you've done to get to where you are today is amazing. So, representing the west coast of Philly, from Pangasinan, Alcala, Jade!
Anyways, we'll say that for later. Hello everyone, my name is Jade Granil. That's how you find me on Instagram and OnlyFans, so... I'm joking, I don't have Instagram. But, I just want to say it's been quite a while since I've graced the mic, and I just want to say a big thank you to Meta for curating this platform and this space to allow myself and many others to share and express our art. So thank you. My set of poetry and spoken word comes with many trigger warnings, and I wanted to let you know. And also, it's so lovely to see many familiar faces and people that I really love and care about in the audience. But for those people that don't know me, I guess I should start by telling you a secret, that nobody knows, about this phobia I have that continues to grow. You see, this fear of mine has got me scared, and I think help is what I'm needing, because I'm not afraid of dying, I'm afraid of living. These suicidal thoughts have me wanting to commit murder, and at 4'11", I'm feeling 6 foot under. You see, the grave's still shallow, but I'm falling in deep, and I don't want to wake up from my 16-hour sleep, and even when I'm subconscious, I can no longer dream, and I'm staring blankly at the ceiling, and my eyes start to weep, but it's time to get up for work, so my alarm clock starts to beat, my heart's pounding really fast, because my anxiety starts to creep, so I just wake up, bake up, make up, smile, fake it, take it, say shit, I'll pretend two friends for the weekend, tell lies, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm all right, I'm fine. The truth is, when COVID-19 hit the world, it didn't bother me at all. Lockdown imposed, and I'm happy to stay within my 4 walls. It's easy to self-isolate, no touching, 2 meters apart, because who would even want to be near me? I had no more heart. Stay back, keep your distance so the virus doesn't spread. But you see, COVID couldn't do anything to me. I'm already living dead. I'm depressed. And nothing kills more than not wanting to live, and I don't need to take a test because I'm 100% negative. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4. I'm counting the tears I've cried, so many more, and Having to wear PPE in public wasn't a big ask because 8 months prior to Corona, I'd already been wearing a mask. That's my first reload. Guys, that's my first Having to wear PPE in public wasn't a big ask because 8 months prior to Corona, I had already been wearing a mask. You see, my friends and my family say I look down, so I look up. And I still feel shit, and I still feel stuck. And so I look to the left, but nothing seems right. And then I look to the right, but there's nothing left. I'm lost! My friends and my family say I've been looking down, so I look up. I still feel shit, and I still feel stuck. And so I look to the left, but nothing seems right. And then I look to the right, but there's nothing left. I'm lost, and I'm scared because the monsters aren't underneath my bed, they're in my head. And I've been refusing to look at myself in the mirror, but maybe this reflective glass will help me see things clearer. I hate what I see. My eczema's is so bad, and I'm carrying a lot more meat, unwashed hair and unbrushed teeth. Someone put me out of my misery. I'm dying, but I'm still trying. And so these are feelings, obviously. This is COVID-19 and 2020, this is, years ago. But I am going to take it back and give you a little context if you care to listen. I found myself in a shit position. Yes. And because I knew what I felt about life. Life was shitty, very shitty. But when it came to death, I'm not sure how I feel, but one thing's for certain, I'm real hard to kill. You see, the devil tried to get me, believe me, we tried, because I counted 3 times where I attempted suicide. There are 3 times where I should have died, 3 times where I made my family cry. There are 3 times where I shouldn't be alive. But there are 3 times where God chose me to live and to rise. Because the trauma I've been through is enough to fill your plate. I was homeless on the street, I was drugged and then raped. I was sectioned to Springfield, yeah? That's a mental health facility. Where they locked me up without... where I was locked up, yeah, they took the fucking liberty. And I didn't even get to tell you about the abuse. About how my ex-boyfriend, my psychopath, had his hands around my neck mirroring a noose. 18 months of torture, mental, physical, and emotional. No wonder why death became comfortable and I was ready to end it all. You know that thing that they say that happens before you die, life flashes before your eyes? Nah, that didn't happen to me. But I was saved by a phone call when I tried to crash in front of that tree. That time on the motorway with a bottle of vodka in hand, I nearly crashed into a family of 4. Luckily, the brakes I slammed. Now that time last year when I tried to jump in front of the train, I'm so grateful for that passerby that grabbed me because he could feel my pain. You see, I've been surrounded by demons, including my own. I did fight, but I realized now I had to go through the darkness to see the light. So if you're ever in that place where you feel completely alone, just remember that there's one thing that they can't kill, and that's your unrelenting hope. Traumatic and life experiences, you learn certain lessons along the way, right? And it took me 33 years to realise that not everybody's what they seem, can't help but think about all those nightmares I lived when I thought I was living their dream. So naive, so young and vulnerable to believe the lies I was told by friends and lovers who I thought loved me back, so I ended up giving up my soul. Don't be a fool and fall for the charm, their looks are just show, just a disguise. I love it. They know my lyrics. Okay. It took me 33 years to realise that not everybody's what they seem. Can't help but think about all those nightmares I lived when I thought I was living the dream. So naive, so young and vulnerable to believe the lies I was told by friends and lovers who I thought loved me back. So I ended up giving up my soul. Don't be a fool and fall for the charm. Their looks are distraction, just a disguise. Blinded by the love from the heart from the very start. And in the end you find they were just lies. Buried secrets, unhealed traumas. Now manifesting, inflicting pain. Harmful intention hurt every little part of you. So now you can feel the same. Now some of you know who I'm talking about. But for those who don't have a clue, a narcissist is one of the nastiest. Just watch that Netflix series, You. Yeah, you're gassing me. So I just wanted to say, like, don't ignore the red flags, innit? Don't ignore that gut feeling, because it will cost you your mental health, your confidence, your soul. And once he has a hold of you, now he's got full control to gaslight and to manipulate. You see, you opened your heart and he went straight to your head. You opened your legs and now he's staying in your bed. You think he's only fucking your pussy, no, he's fucking with your head. I don't even know where I was. Okay. Was it? Oh. You opened your heart, and now he went straight to your head. You opened your legs, and now he's staying in your bed. You think he's only fucking your pussy? Now he's fucking with your head. And now you're mind fucked, and his ego's been fed. So if it doesn't feel right, it's wrong. If it doesn't feel right, it's wrong. If it doesn't feel right, it's wrong. Just like that time when I was working in a corporate recruitment company and I was the only female recruiter. You see, they called me dog eater, renamed me chink, everyday racial abuse. They even wrote it in ink. See, they scribbled it in a card that was signed by all staff, but it's just banter, and they looked at me and laughed. See, I stood up to them at first, and the sexist comments came second. My self-esteem was so low, so no longer did I check them. Now I'm crying in the work toilets because they're rating me out of 10, but I'm surrounded by white men, and no one came to defend. See, my extended family say, just deal with it, because it's a really good job to have, Jade. And so I dealt with the microaggressions and the daily racist remarks. I listened to my family, and I stayed. So that's just another example of why it's so important to listen to your gut feelings. And just another life lesson, people, please. Don't, people, please. So it's just another life lesson, people, please. Don't, people, please. Even if it is your family. See, the hooded eyes couldn't hide the judging eye rolls because of how I rolled. You understand? You understand? You can't be heard if you follow sheep. Because school... Say it again! See, you can't be heard if you follow sheep. School, career, kids, marriage, repeat. I'm not about to recycle somebody else's cycle. So if I have to be the sheep, I'll happily be the black one. Do you understand? I'll take it all day. But I want to take this. I'm going to round off now because I've been talking and spitting and so long. But I've told you about the toxic people and the toxic environment that I've been in. But what I didn't tell you is about the time when I became toxic, when I was very, very toxic to the people I loved and cared about. And I think bottling up and suppressing all the rage and feelings that I had, it only just let me unleash everything. Because I never got to say what I wanted to say to the racist colleagues and managers and my abuser. And so when it came to like opening up the rage or whatever, I unleashed it on the people that I loved the most. And I just want to say, they're all here at the back. My sister's standing up there.
big thank you for like never leaving me, because like they really love me. Because I was saying the most awful things, and I did this publicly, and I hold myself accountable because I inflicted a lot of pain, and so I know what it's like to be that toxic person. But you've got a choice, right? Whether you want to, hurt or whatever. And I don't want to be that bitch anymore, and I'm not that bitch anymore. And yeah, and these guys. These guys honestly opened up their doors, they fed me, the calls, they dropped groceries to me, they bought me stuff, they just made sure like I was looked after, even when I was saying the worst things about them, and sometimes like, I've told you about how I felt then, but I want to kind of say how I feel now. And sometimes I just want to grab the mic and just say, or sing, and nothing hurts anymore, I feel kinda free. I'm not who I used to be. But yes, so I'm gonna go on and just round off because I wanna have this message to you and myself, and it's not gonna be grammatically correct, but I just wanna say that you are the perfect edit. You were born an original and not a copy, so if you play Tetris, you'll soon find out that you'll fit in just to disappear. You are the perfect edit. You were born an original and not a copy. And if you play life like Tetris, you'll soon find out that once you fit in, you disappear. And I don't want to play that game, boy. I'm a game changer. See, just like the moon, I might not always shine as brightly through the night sky, but I still light up the darkness. And inevitably, I would always be full again. That I know. Ego, let go, here go, so I can stay in this place, in this vessel that's now safe. And I can't say I love you and thank you enough to my mum, my dad, my family, my friends, and especially my sister, who, she's there standing in the corner, who has loved me unconditionally and who is just so beautiful and so special. They all are. And I just want to say that you guys helped me to heal what you didn't break. And the cracks that were made in my broken heart from people that didn't deserve my love only made way for your light to shine in and shine out. So be proud, and I'm going to say it out loud because your time is now. These people here, they didn't just help build bridges where I thought I'd permanently burnt. They helped to tear and knock down the walls that I had built and helped me build a home. So now, when I look in the mirror, I like what I see. The eczema's cleared up, and I'm loving the extra meat. Yeah. Black glossy hair and pearly white teeth. Someone put me on the cover of a magazine. I'm thriving, and I'm still rising. Thank you.
Yo, that was a journey. And bare bars, you know. Bare bars. She keeps it humble. She keeps it so humble. Oh, man. Wow. So yeah, we actually near the end of the show. I just want to say thanks, Jade. Thanks for sharing that. Every piece was vulnerable, and you can kind of see what I was saying, like how I wouldn't be able to do what she does. But I think after her ability to share her vulnerability, it makes other people want to get on stage and actually say how they really feel. And that's your talent, man. So, yeah, all I'm going to say is, Kage, good luck. Because that was fire. So, the last headliner, the vanilla of, actually I'd say the ube of Philippines, all the way from Manila, JK! Background, I was his backup dancer back in school. Yeah. So we go way back. So he used to rap and I was his backup dancer. So yeah. Now I'm presenting him. It's an honor.
While I pray for a shine I wish I had, why be another star if I can be the sun surrounded by them like in the Philippine flag? Now I made this up on the spot, I swear to you. While I prayed for a shine I wish I had, why be another star if I can be the sun surrounded by them like in the Philippine flag? I was the ocean, she was the moon. Without her gravity, there wouldn't be no wave. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jade, Kage. You're gonna have a fucking good night. Yeah! Alright. It's court, man. Alright, I'm gonna start my set with an unreleased song/poem called Heartbreaks and Harmony. I just broke up with my partner 4 months ago, and I thought, let me write about it. It's called Heartbreaks and Harmony. Well, you know about going to gym consistent, skincare, income good, but mind ain't right. Tired all day, try close your eyes, but still can't sleep at night. Put in a tough persona, don't want to shed no tear on your mental compromise on the journey. Work on my trauma, hurting the ones who try to do everything right, including I. Hurt people, PTSD be triggering, dark cloud lingering, actions caused by childhood memories underlying. Been through heights you ain't used to, struggle and pain I was used to. Then you do wrong, not meaning to hurt you. Once you are by your side, please hold them tight. Let me tell you what's on my mind, on my grind. No, I got real ones by my side, and for you, I give my time. What's worse, to lose someone or have them drift apart? I'm done with liquor, trying to heal my heart. There's less people than stars. Ever been so deep in your bag you forget to be human? Less time for the people you care. Watching steps you be moving. Deep down, the fear of not improving. Heart on my side, can't see Cupid. Wearing my pride till I dream lucid. Devil in champagne glass, who you fooling? Let me paint you the picture and sit. Creating my platform, Cajun colours. Cup on my left hand, brush in my right. Rain full of stanzas, paint on the canvas. Perfect storm of that poetry set. After the rain and thunder, sun came after. Either know you die, either know you tried or die and regret. Always told her I loved her first. Heartbreak hurts so good. Bleeding the pain all over this letter. Cause I was so used to texting good morning, good night that I nearly text her. Sorry I failed as a partner. Always came to my open mics till I had my first headline. One day I'll make you proud, even if you ain't by my side. Let me tell you what's on my mind, on my grind. No, I got real ones by my side, and for you I give my time. What's worse, to lose someone or have them drift apart? I'm done with liquor, trying to heal my heart. There's less people than stars, yeah. Heartbreaks and harmony. So has anyone watched my video, Hood Team Story Part 1? Yeah. Alright, that's Hood Team Story Part 1 is on. I've got amazing poets as cameos as well, and it's been filmed by themetaphorest. It's also starring Swvrthy as well as my friends. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. I'm gonna give a preview of Hood Team Story Part 2 that I'm gonna release this year. Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover, that's what these people say. I trot the book, I also burnt the pages anyway. Within my circle, what goes around came around. The wish that I could. Now let me start again. Don't judge a book by its cover, that's what these people say. I trot the book, I also burnt the pages anyway. Within my circle, what goes around came around. The wish that I could burn the whole bush, and I wish I could burn the whole bush and that they always be around. Hold on, you know it is here, because you know, I'll be honest, the thing is I actually got my phone stolen yesterday, and I try to memorize this shit. Alright, you got it. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, let me start again. Don't judge a book by its cover, that's what these people say. I chucked the book, I also burnt the pages anyway. Within my circle, what goes around came around to wish that I could burn the whole bush they always beat around. Sometimes I feel the loudest I can be is being silent. The hood patrolled by Trident, smelling death around the corner, finding where the sign is. It's hard to close my eyelids. He tried to pray for an angel but couldn't get the guidance. I turned around, he was a victim to the system. Even tried religion, couple blocks from him was houses worth the millions. One of his guys was bellied up, I tried to recognize him. The other hoodied up and sirens came, he lost composure. He said he'd text me through a phone to meet me here. We at the lab, police ain't here 3 hours earlier, they started plotting. One of his guys told him focus on the bag. The other pressured him into retaliating. Nobody taught us how to be a man. At first he thought revenge, pride, ego in this world of evil prevents us from being the best that we can. So he's in a predicament of what will be the plan. Is it the grands or the can? Devil in the word doesn't mean you can't develop. I took a bullet for her, who really was the weapon. I tried to chase for love, I couldn't have myself. I tried to chase for love, I couldn't have myself. I wish I had someone to teach me how to love myself. So if I put myself first, would I be blessing? Life is just lessons. Devil came knocking on my door of no blessings. Pain is the essence. Will I be dead or be arrested? See my perspective. Oh, that's it. The energy here is lit. That's it. Everyone say wave! Wave! That's it, wave! Trust me, we're gonna turn up tonight. I know a lot of us are sharing pains, but we've been writing poetry before we've been pushing peas. So talking bro. Burial Fiesta. Does anyone not know what Burial Fiesta is? I don't. So Burial Fiesta is an annual festival that a lot of Filipinos come together, usually in a particular place in the UK. And I want to talk about one of my struggles when I lost my job when I was 17, 18, and I had to find some ways to really survive, and it was tough out there. So this is Burial Fiesta. Lost my job in retail, trainers I copped and dishing CVs, no reply. Looking at change I've got, thinking how will I survive in somewhere in Auntie's block. A festival is coming by. Vendors are making co-op, I made a call up my Nokia. Half a nose I could afford. Hop the gate through Marylebone, had no thought of consequences. Whatever happens in my own expenses. Hopped out of Haggerston, nearly got caught. I start sweating, I never born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I'm gold with the words I pronounce. Couldn't settle for less, eat good, no stress. Reminiscing when I had to stack up the pence, roll into the fiesta. Friends and my family, chilling with the stars in the galaxy. So no siesta. Grind no rest when you're living in London, can't be second best. Lit my dark, he was Vietnamese. Picked up the haze when others moved either. Add me your cheese, I'm glad the shit ain't stinking. I'm thinking how I'ma bag her up in the evening. Got profits to squeeze tomorrow morning. It's Burial Fiesta. Pushing it to peers and I'm my own investor. I took a train from Haggerston to Piccadilly right before I knew about Hakkasan. No food was in me, knew a shop in Soho. The Trocadero, they were selling baggies. Excuse me. On my shoulder, someone tapped me. Sweating more, deep breath through my nose. Paranoid, stressed, thinking, is this po? I turned around, the guy promote girls, giving massage, but the bag's more important than happy endings. I laugh. I left and got the stuff that I need. Back to the block to chop it up. Call friends, family, tomorrow's entourage. Never born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I'm gold with the words I pronounce. Couldn't settle for less, eat good, no stress. Reminiscing when I had to stack up the pence, rolling to the fiesta. Friends and my family, chilling with the stars in the galaxy. So no siesta. Grind no rest when you're living in London, can't be second best. I had enough change to take 2 buses from Auntie's block and listen green to Kingston for the fiesta. Got on bus 27 from Marylebone. If I don't make a soul, then I won't be coming home. It was hot in mid-July, mad sweating. The fact I hit the baggies in my balls weren't helping. Broke as hell, pocket was empty, but hope was plenty. Never wish on my enemies, if I slip it's the end of me. So I met my friend in Hammersmith to take another bus. Got to Twickenham and Chloe had to take another one to get to the fiesta. So we had to walk for another hour, thirsty and hungry, had nothing to devour. Should we show up for a bus ride, tongues dry, to even have a conversation? Tattoos on my friend, locals thought we're gang affiliated, nearly lost the way till we saw some others looking Asian. Well, obviously we followed them, so we're in the fiesta. A fight broke out already, aunties looking at me, slowly breathing as I see them walking past me. I see my brother, cousin, and all their friends. Sell another one a glut and he helping me, they got fed. On survival mode, no turning back, I had to hustle hard. Before I once flirt of death so life can give another chance. I knew this shit was temporary, live below my means. Pay the tax or forever watch my back, the peas ain't buying peace. Barrel fiesta. I said, fuck being broke, when I made this P when no job round with a hire. And I feel like a car with a missing wheel of a work, I'm feeling tired. I wasn't lesson, paid no attention, young boy going through stress. I'm overthinking about life while worrying, am I gonna pass this test? Nah, not saying that I never chose this life, but what other options was there? I grew up in Dagenham East Side, never torn place where the government don't care. I went from freestyling in a playground into telling our story. So I'ma go hard from the hood from the morning, call that hometown glory. Mad when you say live life for the face of a man, only lived as a teen. It never took a DNA test to say that she never walked in his jeans. No, running till I had stitches, realized what life seems. Woke up from a dream thinking am I wrong, when I should have been a my dean. Don't wanna be barking up that wrong tree. She barked in a branch and I watched her leave. If she got money in her mind, then can we say money grows on trees? Can't say money's root to all evil. A world where mums had to bury their seed. Can't walk with the grass with a serpent's leech while killing our blood for that money and greed. You can have grills in your teeth, but talk is cheap. That's word to the dentist. So I took this shit. Yo. Oh. Yeah, here we are. Here we are. You can have grills in your teeth, but talk is cheap. That's word to the dentist. Nah, so I took all these chains off, all them leeches move independent. When we shine, we the first oldest would hate, don't they learn? When you in a vase of ashes, no matter how much you earn. Cause my stepdad never liked me and my bro for no reason. If he never kicked me out of the yard as a youth tracksuits, I wouldn't be stealing. Cause all the teachers thought I was sensible, but that pain in my heart weren't mendable. Life or death situation, and me and one friend selling medical. So one day moving scores in the ends. When he met with the cats were a group put a knife to his neck, he was at that point, should he get a good job or keep shooting again? But even if he made the right choice, never meant that he's wet. He wasn't on war, but had a thought of getting revenge, and the cats put him back to the vet. I bet they went over your head, but he'd always heart in his sleeve. When he put his hands on deck, 48 cars, where was his queen? Puffing and green. That I never thought I'd be rolling from peer pressure. I'm trying to make notes and alone with sopranos, 50s, 20s, and 10s. I was craving my changes of be so broken about ice cream. I'm the oldest of 6 in my mum's side family, so I had a lot to redeem. Only had a brick phone, other kids my age had a new iPhone. Favors, nah, you wanna get a dart on, heart of Samsung, no Delilah, that iPhone. And them man moving like divas, they never put Ami on Libra. She wonder not cause I conquer the world cause I Caesar. I'm a dreamer, yeah. See, I don't wanna hear another broke guy talk about making riches. Cause I ride for my dogs who were once from barking them losers talk like witches. And back to the narrative, the outskirts of the east side, not enough cameras. At a point I was stammering, so fuck beefing over the money of my catalyst. It never took a DNA test to say that she never walked in his jeans. And it's mad when he say live life with the face of a man only lived as a teen. Money and So I've actually got, so in case any of you lot don't know, I write a lot more music than poetry, and I have, but I love poetry, I love the community, and I like to be able to express things that are vulnerable. I actually have a video on Gram Daily as well, and I released 3 years ago. Thank you very much. I've also got Swvrthy Story Part 1 filmed by Metaphorest. And I've got a lot of music coming soon. So how about if I give you a lot of preview of my next single coming out? Alright, so I actually wrote this for all the independent and all the independent women out there, all the boss ladies out there.
We're here, baby.
Yeah.
Make it now.
So I'm not gonna play it to an instrumental, I'm gonna just play it as it is, because I'm gonna sing it to you lot. It's called Boss Chick. She a boss who want a boss like me, don't wanna waste time any minute, don't come free. Someone to keep it 100 with me's all I need. She on top of her goals and that money, but tonight she on top of me. I make it worth every session. I make it worth every session. She says time is money, but her company is worth the investment. Her mind is a weapon. She don't need nobody to depend on, so if you waste time, keep it stepping. Queen in her own right, sweet one, my type. She don't follow trends, no hype. Confidence touch new heights. If you can't handle the spice, what makes you a spice? Yourself, at fame, build wealth. Jump on a rad, no stove. I played with the cards, I don't know feds, but 999 her credit. She don't want a guy insecure about his debut on a wave. I be surfing, my kid she be birthing. Honesty is key, shut, she be surfing. She don't sugarcoat, cause she says how it is. Smooth talker, not afraid to wanna burn bridge. Knows when to separate personal from biz, elevate those around her. I'm a boss chick, say that with your chest. But I cannot forget about her figure and ass face. I'm surrounded by winners, ain't nobody winner. Boss like me, don't wanna waste. That's boss chick, everyone, thank you.